greater later. Castro. Yeah. Osama. Yeah. Look. Jumped in the booth with a grin. I'm spinning a bin. Did that with the pad and the pen.
Good. What's good, everybody?
Hey, y'all. What's up? This is yet another episode of Questionable
Combos.
I'm your girl, Stoney, a.k.a. Stoney Stone, a.k.a. Stone Co. And I have next to me...
My name's Jeff. Ugly.
Cut.
You know who it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, who are you?
Okay. Sexual chocolate.
All right.
Sex symbol.
Okay.
So you already know. It's a weekly thing now.
All right. And how has your week been?
I've been pretty good. Staying positive. I know we was talking shit about Fords last week, but surprisingly, I just bought me a work truck, so we're gonna give myself a hand clap. That's a big deal to me. That was amazing. I appreciate the work. That's a big deal to me because I'm not really I didn't come from a mechanical background, so this is a big deal. I came from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I was working retail most of my life, and
but when you do that mechanical stuff, and when your daddy do that mechanical stuff, y'all do y'all mechanical thing together. No, it take they don't. He not. You work when you work. You make good stuff, make good moves. So he worked and he did a good job.
He worked hard, but that nigga, he don't even know how to use a screwdriver. That nigga trash. He
Black men are excellent.
He knew how to get waves.
Black men are excellent. We ain't shade no black men on here. Black men are excellent.
I'm gonna shade that nigga. That nigga fucked me up in the work field.
Nah. You ain't gonna come for my dog like that.
I know.
He handled his job.
She be sticking up for my daddy because both of them is Reebok Trojans and shit. Well, he don't about to give a damn. But I'm saying
you mad right now. Don't be mad.
And then both of their birthdays is in the same month. So then they just like... here, so
because he mad we're here. You know
I'm not mad because I feel like I'm happy she likes my dad and stuff. I gotta watch that nigga so he don't take my girl. You know what I'm saying?
He's not where he got hoes. He got hoes.
Okay, what about you? How's your week been?
I had a pretty good week. My job, I'm doing a really good thing in my job. I'm very excited about
getting promotion.
And I just got a new cup.
Yeah.
Not gonna tell you where because we're not getting sponsors. So
Box Lunch. That's where we got it from. The majority of our clothes comes from Box Lunch.
Okay, so it was a cup from Chip. If anybody know where it's from, I'm not gonna say. If you do know, you can leave a review. So, anyways,
Chip from Beauty and the Beast.
Come on, it's trying to be fun.
They're not gonna figure that out.
Somebody probably would have.
I hope so. Please.
They probably would.
I'm trying to give y'all credit.
They would have put out. Come on, okay. We're not shading black people on here. They know. They would have known.
Like we love each other this episode.
We do love each other.
Sometimes. No, I do a lot.
Yeah.
Oh. You know, that's why I'm here. I'm not going.
That's what I'm saying.
She ain't going nowhere either. Okay.
You right. Now,
this week we are very excited because we put out a question. I would say not a questionnaire because that's like more than one, but we put out one question on Instagram to y'all, and we got a few responses and about ideas for this week topics, and we both kind of picked out one that really hit us and we thought was really important. So
thank you whoever put it out. We're not going to say your name because we don't know if you.
She's a very good friend to the show, so I will say that I appreciate you.
Yes,
you know her way longer than me, but she family. So the idea and the topic that we wanted to talk about was love versus ownership.
Yes.
And I think that is so huge in not even the romantic relationship field, but in all aspects of life. Like with your friends, family, and your relationship. And I feel like it's so many different pieces that goes with that with all different types of relationships. Yes. So do you want to go first?
Sure, why not? So
okay. Ladies first.
We decided to put like a nice little our description of what love and ownership is. So we definitely said love is when you want to be there.
Yes.
And ownership is when you have to be there.
To be there, yes.
So I would say love for me is unconditional. You know, you don't have any restrictions, no strings attached. No matter what they do, you will always give them love and support. You try to motivate them.
Yes.
So if it's anything other than that, like people go, I love you, but you know how people be like,
there ain't no butt on the end.
Yeah.
Bitch.
If you put that big booty butt on the end, Yes, not love.
But that's a big butt.
Yeah, like.
Damn, okay, I like that.
Yeah, like somebody be like butt, you be like big booty butt, and you mess them up saying that when they don't say butt.
I've never heard that. That's the first time I'm ever hearing that. So this is a real reaction.
Yeah, so maybe you guys should try it. If somebody ever say butt, you be like, yeah, so big booty butt, and they be like, what? And then they'll say it.
Okay. So my perspective with love, I'm gonna be really corny with this, so suck a dick. I wrote down, I'm gonna be professional. I put that, obviously I agree with Crystal that love has no restrictions. Love is blind. Love, a lot of people say things like, love isn't supposed to hurt.
Yeah.
That's a motherfucking lie. That is the biggest lie somebody has ever told you. Because, you know what I'm saying? Love is not just one-sided. Like when you see like the fairy tale endings of the stories on TV or whatever. My mom likes Lifetime, so Lifetime. There is no
Lifetime's
like
a legend out here in these
movie
streets.
set storybook love story. Like there are the happy moments and there is pain, and you have to walk yourself through love with your partner, with your family, with your friends, and you got to learn to accept people for who they are. That's a part of love. Love has no stipulations, boundaries, or has any boundaries. Yes, see, she thinking. So, I just think love is such a powerful thing. It's one of the most powerful emotions that you will ever experience in life. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I feel like I'm just happy to trying to get used to learning the difference between it, and especially in relationships, because you don't want to be a part of something to where you don't feel loved and appreciated and all that type of stuff. So versus ownership, for those people that may not know what that means, when we first brought up this conversation, Crystal said something about, she was like
I was like, ownership, that doesn't mean like control, like they own you, you know what I'm saying?
Like a slave, like a sex slave or something.
You know.
Which for some of y'all may do that and keep doing your thing. But I'm saying
I don't do contracts.
The girl that I used to work at, that was my manager at Walmart, she said she's a female. Yeah. I'm not gonna say the term because I don't know if it's like a stud or whatever. But she said that she used to give girls contracts, like for every day of the week. Like a specific girl would be for a day of the week, and they'll be like, you couldn't talk to me on this day and this day. I feel like that is a great experience to have.
Yeah, that's a good experience.
Sounds very fun.
She seems fun.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she taught me how to eat coochie. So
the girl call you
Crystal,
on that day.
You're welcome.
I'm concerned. My thing is, so if the girl call her on another day, does she like block her?
You gotta cut her off. Yeah, you gotta cut her off.
Ooh, that's fun.
Because you violating the rules and regulations of what we have set. Bitch, you breaking boundaries.
Oh my god. Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's that far.
Okay. Now, besides sex slavery, but ownership. So Crystal said basically that ownership is when you have to be there. So I took ownership to be something to say like, okay, I've noticed when people get into relationships, and I've even experienced this as well, and I'm working on that as well. For some people, which I'm not that hard on it, but some scenarios there are things like when you are, let's say you're a female dating a man, and for example, you're a female and you are very, very jealous.
Yes.
So maybe you may tend to say like,
insecure,
you cannot look at another female besides me. You cannot be attracted to another female besides me. If you do, that is cheating. Or if you find somebody else attractive, that is cheating. Or if you you know what I'm saying? Things kind of like that. Like you kind of got to, as a man, you got to stay on your toes and watch what the fuck you do, because you don't want to. I don't even think it's disrespect, but it's mainly just you don't want to upset your partner. And I think to me that is like a very negative type of trait. Because everybody's jealous. You know what I'm saying? I get jealous. I told Crystal the other day, I don't even get jealous with her with men. I get jealous with her with women.
Ooh. You know, and the crowd says, ooh.
Because I don't. That's funny as shit. That's because I don't know. Like, I know she's not gonna. Crystal she's not no Girl Scout, so she's not just finna be just giving the draws away easy to some nigga or something. I know Crystal will curve the nigga quick.
Yeah, I said
some bitches. I have no idea. I could be gone.
I've said on the podcast here before, like I would prefer if we came to that realization, I would definitely just be celibate and go like on a nice little journey, go to like a nice little monk area, try to find my centerpiece.
And then there'll be a bunch of lesbian women together.
Oh,
y'all
my
just have
God.
a big old huge orgy. That's my worst fear. I come home and Crystal just having a big old orgy. I'm like,
oh my God,
you ain't called me. Like,
it's just black men don't cheat, but niggas ain't shit. So
it is what it is. We need to put that on a shirt.
Oh
that need to go on a shirt. We can sell that shit right now. Link in the bio. I'm just playing. we don't own that. We're not doing that yet, but we could. Okay, so stay focused. Okay. But ownership is part of just. I feel like there's a certain type of, I don't know. It's like you feel
some type of
like
control.
like you're so obligated that person has to do what you want them to do, like for your own gratification. It ain't even like it's real expectations, but just in your head you want it to be a certain type of way. Even as a man and you're dealing with your female, and men aren't as, I wouldn't say jealous, I would say possessive. Like as a man, I don't want to be equal to another man in your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm definitely guilty of that in our relationship. Not like real bad currently, but maybe in the beginning I was a little more like that.
Strict.
But not.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It just be like
I'm not Ike Turner or no shit like that. But I'm saying, Crystal wouldn't let that shit happen anyway. But what I tried to do was I mainly like wanted to. I realized what the ideals of a man was. I was taught that from my mom.
Yeah, you just mainly you always just ensure to be like, we good, you good. Are we okay?
Yeah.
And it was always just reassurance, but like, you good? You good? Yeah, bro. Like, I'm good, bro. But, excuse me. I would just say, ownership, you just mainly just want to have control. So, I would say, as far as love, because, some people may be like, what is love? How do you feel love? I feel like for me, when you do love somebody, it is like the butterflies. Like I enjoy, excuse me.
Corona.
I enjoy when Jeff gives me gives me compliments. Like it is very nice. If he don't give me a compliment within that day, I'm just throwing stuff around. I have an attitude. And he'd be like, you okay, beautiful? And I'd be like, I'm doing great. And then everything is just be like a rainbow of sunshine. So I take little small stuff like that is just very sweet. So if you don't give your lady compliments, just call her beautiful. Every woman likes to be called beautiful. Even if you could be mad at her, still do it because you never know. She may give you a hug and then you guys can cuddle together.
The sad part is I think I don't call you beautiful as much as obviously I would.
No, you used to be
I say big booty. That's what I say.
You be like big booty, slim goody.
I'll be like, come here, big booty. Yeah. And then I'll be laying in bed, I'll be sitting down and she have on them nice little tight little shorts or whatever. She might have like a little something on.
All right.
I'll like shake that booty from me. I'm so infatuated with her.
That's his like go-to.
That's like my go-to. Even when we walk into damn Walmart, I'm like, shake that booty for me. And she look at me crazy, but then so
if you had like a go-to with your significant other, just try to say it more often. Yeah. And that way they can just be like, okay. So I would definitely say love is just when you have that, butterflies. You always have that butterflies. Even if I wouldn't say it dies down, but you may just simply, you may forget, but it always there as soon as they do like that one thing that you always look forward to that they give you. So that's what I would say on my end as far as love. Also, if there are any like issues, you know what I'm saying, or if it's like a negative vibe you always have, if you or your significant other is always, if they wanting to try to understand, y'all know me, I'm not really big on like the whole compromise thing because I feel like if you compromising somebody it's just like I just feel like if you are trying to compromise, like, I just think that you just always somebody's gonna like have the shortest stick. So I just want on my end, I just prefer you to have. Yes, you do. You compromise.
I don't feel like you have to. The thing about Crystal is you try to compromise with Crystal. If she feel like she gotta in her words bow down, or I would say another term would technically be like submit or something. Crystal like, I ain't pussy. So I ain't doing it. And then she just so like stubborn. You like, bro, relax, son. Relax. It ain't that big of a deal, G.
Don't tell me to relax.
You know what I'm saying?
So disrespectful.
It's just like, bro, like,
you relax.
It's other people out here cussing and fussing, and I'm trying to talk to you straight, and you wanna just.
I just feel like it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And how you say it, you gotta come nice.
Yes.
You correct and use every word that I like for you to use, so that way I can understand. Because you say anything wrong, I'm gonna get like offensive because I'm like, oh, he trying to one up me. But it's just in my crazy mind. So.
But that's why. Okay, so and that's what the thing I appreciate about our relationship is we try to be open and honest. You know what I'm saying? And emphasis on the try, because we at least try to basically speak openly and let each other know how we feeling. So, and that goes into part of ownership. So on the side of ownership, it's kind of like the difference between ownership and love is that ownership seems to be like you're walking on eggshells a lot. Like you're kind of like, you don't know what will set them off, because it may be like a circumstance to be like, whether you're a female or a male, it goes both ways, that one person may be the more financially stable person in the relationship. They may be the breadwinner, and then the other person, whether it be the woman or man, may not work, or you make minimal compared to what the your partner makes. And it's kind of like you have to do anything you can to please them to a certain level, because you don't want to hurt them, and because you don't want to mess up your situation. So it's kind of like it kind of blurs the line between love and what's real, because the ownership is kind of like a fake type relationship, because you're there for what you can get as a benefit instead of actually wanting to be there for whether it be that spiritual or emotional connection that you would have with that person. So I feel like we are definitely not like that, because you know what I'm saying, when we first got together, Crystal was making more money than me, so it wasn't like it was something major. But you know what I'm saying, like we actually got to know each other and basically had a conversation and was like, I want you, I want to get to know you, I want you to be here because you want to be here. I don't want to force you, I don't want to use you, none of that stuff. And we kind of took our time with that whole process, and I feel like it's really important that you kind of know the difference.
So even when you have that, you know, even if you, as far as like the money thing, you just have any type of misunderstanding, I would just say you are, you know, willing to understand. And once you understand, then you are able to, you know, to commit. You are willing to commit to the process. And then once you commit to that process, then you try to dedicate. You will make mistakes. Yes, you will make mistakes. But if you love that person, you will try to remember, try to do like, you know, try to have like small reminders, so that way you don't forget. If you do forget, just apologize. My mom was like really big on not saying sorry. She did not like when you said sorry. So if you say sorry, let me know, because I just want to know too. But why? But she was saying when you say sorry, that's like lazy. Like you just forgot. You know what I'm saying? She was like, don't say I'm sorry, because that means I'm lazy. That's how she felt. So that's why she was really, honestly, because she just felt like by you saying it, it's like, I'm just lazy, so just forgive me. You know what I'm saying? So she would just say, I apologize, and then explain why you made that. Yeah. So that way, you know, because when you say I apologize, you usually say I apologize for. So then that's what have you explain. So it's like you just want to just have that understanding, and you just on my end, I wouldn't say most women, I would say on my end, I would want you to explain, because if I have a question, I just want you to, you know, answer, not just you in general, but just to answer the question on, you know, like, why did you make the mistake? And, you know, you're going to try to do better. You're going to try to remember. So, you know, just once you see an issue, try to, you know, understand, be willing to understand, committed to process, and dedicate yourself to remember. If you forget, just say, I apologize for blah, blah, blah. And then you can go on forward from there. So what do you feel is your reason for love would be? Well, just to love someone. I feel like everybody, you kind of learn about all these different types of situations in love, and kind of what type of relationships and stuff you deal with based on people that you deal with. Yeah. So
my biggest lesson learning on what love was when we first started dating and how we both came at each other. Yeah. I knew like whether it worked out or not, it was like organic and it was gonna be straight to the point. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. It wasn't nothing attached to it. I learned that from my last relationship because basically I told Crystal about this plenty of times, and that's why I pointed this out to her when we first got together. But in my last relationship, basically, I felt that she didn't love me for who I was. She loved me for what I could do for her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it would bring me... I would get upset sometimes because I would kind of be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a gangster, but I would still be hurt. You feel me? And I would feel some type of way because I would be like, I would question myself and be like, I don't know if she really likes me or not. You know what I'm saying? And this is somebody I was dealing with for several years off and on or whatever. And it was like, I felt some type of way because I was like, okay, when I'm around, I pay for everything. When I'm around, if she need me, I come through. If she need to go somewhere, handle some type of business, I'm there to handle it. I plan it. I do this. I do that. But it was like when the scenario and the roles was supposed to be reversed, and it was like my turn to like, I need your help. Like, yeah, nigga, I don't got $1 to my name. Well, even though I did, but I was just like, even if I didn't, hypothetically, like, could you help me? And the answer was always no, no matter what. You feel me? Yeah. So it was like, do you really love me? Like, is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, anytime that I maybe couldn't help you, we would fall off. And you kind of got to learn that, you know what I'm saying? And that's why with Crystal, I appreciated how we both came at each other in a way that was like, yo, like, what do you want going forward? What do you need going forward? Like, we didn't want to rush just into the straight emotional connection. Like, we're going to be together. It's kind of like,
take your time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No rush. Slow touch.
Grind on. Okay. I get into it when me and Crystal like the...
slow vibes.
Yeah. Okay, we be getting off. Okay. Now the point is, I thought it was such a big deal that I really wanted to go forward into my new relationship with something way more direct and open. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I never wanted to feel like that at all because it was like, how can you really say you love somebody if it's like always like, let's say I'm paying for everything like all the time, and this young lady even had kids. I would be like, and my sister called me stepdaddy of the year, you know what I'm saying? And I really was. I wasn't changing diapers. But I was doing everything else. You know what I'm saying? I got
afraid of them diapers, huh?
Bro, I wasn't doing it. I couldn't do it. But I'm saying everything else I was cool, you know what I'm saying? So I learned from that situation, and it taught me kind of like, especially over a long period of time. Yeah. It was kind of like over them 7 years that we was kind of dealing with each other. The amount of love that Crystal gave me within 3 months, like, overmatched everything over those 7 years. It was like instant to where it's like I knew, you feel me? So that's how you kind of got to learn that, and you learn what the differences are between that. Like, I don't want to be with somebody if like I'm only there because I'm doing what you want me to do. You feel me?
That feeling is always incomplete
it's
on
like
your end.
Stuck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's unfair.
Yeah. So now I would say we're just gonna try to get a little bit into the ownership. So I would say we previously discussed what ownership means to us. So I would say on my end, I would definitely say the handout. Male or female, you always have, if you feel as if your significant other, usually will have their handout, and if it doesn't really come back, I would definitely say if you always have that feeling, you should definitely try to talk to your partner. I would say not with Jeff, but I did learn in my earlier years of dating.
With your light-skinned nigga?
Even before then, like, I would just practice in the mirror. Like, even when I was in middle school, my teachers would always say, like, if you can't tell nobody, if you can't talk to yourself, who can you really talk to? Yes. So I would always try to, like...
She lived by herself, more than likely. That's why she was telling y'all that, but continue.
She probably did. But, like, I'll tell myself, like, if I ever felt bad within myself, I'll look in the mirror and be like, girl, you are beautiful. Why are you beautiful? And I give myself my reasons of like, why do I feel beautiful at any point in time if I feel bad, even if I'm in the car, whatever. So I would definitely say if you may have complications with telling your significant other, no, if they have their hand out, just try to talk to yourself within the mirror, even if you're home within your car. If you get like a chance on break, just try to talk, try to like have like a role play of something they may ask for or something they want to do, or if any suggestions they may want you to, say. If it's even if it's like a compliment, you don't feel comfortable saying that compliment, just tell them no. And then explain why. I would say certain explanations, because sometimes you don't have to give explanations on certain stuff. But if your significant other asks for an explanation of why you're saying no, and if you feel comfortable that it does deserve an explanation, I would definitely say explain why you're saying no instead of, you're just saying because I said so.
Yeah.
I don't really like that term because I don't understand. So I'm going to do it again.
It's direct, though. It gets to the point.
But it still doesn't have like that certain clarity because I said so. Okay, so I asked a question, so I'm going to ask again because you're not giving me a good explanation. So I'm going to keep asking. So that's just not going to do anything but start another argument. So I would say definitely try to role play with yourself. Say no, explain why, you're saying no if it makes you feel comfortable, and then that way y'all can come to that understanding and the willing process, the dedication, commitment.
Well, one thing that I just wanted to say this and get this out there, period. In a relationship, like, y'all are together, but to me, y'all don't owe each other shit. A part of the ownership piece comes with, like, as a couple, with your partner, you tend to think like you own them, like their actions, how they act, all of that, like they dress, all of this type of stuff. You tend to kind of get into the habit of thinking like, okay, I own you, we together. You're supposed to do what I say. Whether we married and y'all went from dating to married, things have changed. Like, I own you. There's that type of control over, like, okay, if we get divorced, I'm getting half your money, child support, this. You kind of hold stuff over people's head. And I think as like a partner, I just don't feel like it's right for certain people to think that you actually can possess your partner. So it's like your partner has their own dreams, their own goals, their own aspirations. And it's kind of like you tend to kind of make people feel small if you basically tell them what they can't do, when they can do it, why they can't do it, because it hurts your feelings, how, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a main thing that we kind of need to check ourselves and basically say, like, you are your own individual person. You were your own person before you got with me into this relationship, and you gonna be your own person in the relationship. This relationship thing isn't really like, I told Crystal, because we had our little argument or whatever, and we're still figuring out like how to kind of walk in a parallel with our lives, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you first get together, you tend to kind of, I know they say you blend your life together, but you really do. Like, y'all go everywhere together, no matter what you do. You going to the Nelson line, she your girl, she going to the basketball court, y'all go together. There is no like private time like that.
And then once you grow, then you trying to go in that parallel and just still stay on each other's sides, just try to go separately. Because
then you still, even once y'all are together for a while, years go by, now y'all are trying to go to the stage of like, damn, I love you, but I don't want to be around you every minute of the day. And I actually want to find something that I could do by myself. We usually, before I did stuff all together, but it's like you have to find stuff to do by yourself, because then you learn to like, don't lose yourself. You don't want to lose yourself into your relationship, and you don't want to just be your relationship. You want to be Crystal, you want to be Jeff, and then you just want two good people to come together and grow lives together. And it's kind of like, I've told Crystal, like, okay, well, when we first got together, I thought we was in the same car, and that's where the challenging part come in, because you think, okay, well, we going to the same place. We agree. We want to go there. We're going to get in the same car, and we're going to go there. But sadly, each person may have a different route that they want to go in life.
Yeah.
It's the same destination because that's why you together. But it's like you can't be mad if your partner want to go left and then you want to go right. You gotta just be like, how can we get each other closer together?
Yeah.
That we can still drive and take care of our own lives, but move as a unit. And I feel like that's where the challenging part comes in, and that's where it's a certain freedom that comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's where love pops in because it's just like, you appreciate me for who I am and I appreciate you for who you are. And it's kind of like we're moving forward with love and without saying, all right, well, you gotta stay here with me.
Yeah, you gotta move when I move.
I pay your bills. I do this. I take care of your family. Like, where are you gonna go? You know what I'm saying? That's not real. You don't want to do nobody like that. Or
so if you I would say on that, because a lot of, I would say if you are into that relationship, and your significant other will, may tell you like, oh, I'll just pay for everything, you just,
I did that before with Crystal.
Yeah, you pay for everything and then you just spend your money and I'll pay for everything. I didn't like that.
She hated it. I was feeling. She was like,
you wasn't feeling. It's just to me.
I thought it was the right thing to do because I see that on TV. Like everybody tell you like, well, if you a boss, pay all the bills. So when we first was together, I was like, I'm gonna pay all the bills, and I don't want you to do nothing. I wanted you to be able to brag to your friends and all that stuff, and it's just like I was failing, and I didn't know what to do because Crystal came to me upset, crying, and was like she wanted to contribute, and
it's just on my end. My dad told me this, so he told me you don't need a man for nothing but some dick. So he was like, anything other than that, you work on together if you are in a relationship. Yeah. So I wanted to contribute because I didn't want to have that feeling of like you own or control me, which Jeff hasn't done that, but that's just how I felt in my heart, being that I wasn't paying for anything. I felt like, I wasn't
contributing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like, he didn't respect me, I didn't respect myself, and I really wanted to help. So I feel amazing now because I am helping.
And not saying I didn't, and we had a conversation, not saying I didn't respect her because I didn't want to, like I was saying, possess her. It was just like, I thought as a man, that's just what you're supposed to do. I thought like, if you do that, your woman will respect you. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't consider to myself that me trying to do what I thought was right and what felt good in my head was kind of diminishing her as a woman, like as her own individual. Like I was not helping her process and her feel like she was contributing by her father raising her to be a boss ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta do my part, and I can't just let my ego take over and be like, well, I'm gonna just pay the bill so I could feel like a man and all that. Like you can. Y'all come to y'all kind of understanding and agreement, and whatever works so she feels satisfied as well, you know what I'm saying, as her person, you know what I mean? And now we kind of have got to a place to where we're more like calm with it. We have set stuff that we do, and we're still working out some kinks, but it's like we're still there, and
we work towards the main goal, which is trying to
be happy, man. And travel and all that stuff and see ass and go to the strip club. Any couple that go to the strip club together, I appreciate y'all. I fuck with y'all.
So I would definitely, and if you are into, if you have that feeling of like, that ownership, and you just feel like, they just, every situation should not feel forced, basically what I'm trying to say here. If everything, it should just come with an ease. You may have difficulty, but it should not feel forced. If you feel forced on anything, you definitely should try to speak it with your significant other, or if you may even ask yourself like, what am I doing?
If you gotta say that, something ain't right.
And if you say that multiple times within that week, multiple days, you gotta just speak up and just gotta say it.
And please, ladies, do not let the city girls trick y'all out of y'all position. Please do not listen to these. I respect them. Don't listen to these bitches. Young Miami, she just broke up with her dude, but women, you know what I'm saying?
Sexy.
She had her man.
I got you, ladies.
You know what I'm saying? And she got her baby and her family. So don't be listening to these people. A lot of these women be talking, but they got families. A lot of these niggas be talking, the rappers and shit be talking about all these bitches and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. They got families. They got wives and shit. So don't be listening to all these music people and letting them think that rap shit is real or whatever. So find you somebody that respects you and that likes you to contribute. Not saying you have to a lot, but I think as a man, I actually respect the fact that Crystal says, I want to contribute to our household. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I don't respect you if you literally come to me saying, all right, I'm only going to go out with you or date you or whatever unless you paying my rent, my lights, my phone, all that type of stuff. Because it's like you want to build respect and somebody to look at you as like a partner instead of an employee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just straight up, just be real with yourself. Be real about what you want. Obviously, if you on that type of time, say that. But I'm saying, if you want respect from a man, I feel like you have to.
Or if you're looking for a relationship,
with something. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't come to somebody expecting a handout for nothing.
Yeah.
And then what you give me back is pussy, but I'm paying for your whole lifestyle. I tell Chris all the time, bitch, I could get pussy from the bitch and give her McDonald's. So that ain't nothing. Yeah. Why I want your pussy for $10,000? For what?
Yeah, that's true.
Tell him shit.
Yeah.
Men are cheap. Any nigga that's paying for pussy out here is a sucker. Cause you really don't need to do that. I swear to God.
Well, it all depends on if that's just your lifestyle. You gotta. Everybody's different. Everybody is different. I feel like everybody's different. If that's your lifestyle, do what you do. I'm not.
Like, you know, you gotta fly a bitch out.
I'm not at the.
Like, let's just say you gotta, like, let's say niggas be bragging about flying bitches out.
Yeah.
So you ain't got no pussy in your city that you can get. It's like millions of bitches. You just want that one.
Well, maybe she got that wop.
Fuck that. But most of these niggas ain't fuck yet, so that's why you flying her out.
Maybe the wop real good is selling, it's waiting, it's marinating, and then by the time he get it, it's
shit.
Fireworks
I'll
going
find
off.
me some shit. I'm cool. I'll find around the corner for cheaper. I'm cool. I'll take this bitch to Dave and Buster's or something. Yeah, but nigga, take a bitch to that. Look, we went to Dave and Buster's. Look what she had. She got her up. You know what I'm saying? Black man, strong black man with a beard. You know what I'm saying? Her kids are gonna look amazing, and we went to Dave and Buster's.
Give a nigga an inch, take
you
him
niggas
out.
flying bitches out. That bitch gonna be gone the next week. Another nigga gonna fly her out. She gone.
If that is her lifestyle or his lifestyle, let them do that.
I ain't judging the women. I'm just judging the men. Nigga,
if that's what they want to do, let them do that.
All right. So I think we gonna try to close this
ladies.
up. We gonna close this up. She gonna have you back. I'm with you ladies too sometime, but I still gotta look out for my fellas. Now, we're going to wrap this up. I appreciate all the support from everybody so much.
Yes.
I know Crystal hates when I go too deep into this, but I really do appreciate all of y'all. Our numbers have like skyrocketed, and I really appreciate the support. And I told Crystal, whether it be next week or whatever it is, even if we get 5 people, I appreciate y'all 5 people for even watching, and I thank y'all so much. Like, we really, really appreciate it, and we feel so blessed. And just keep supporting, man. Keep supporting on the Questionable Convos Instagram page. Follow us, please. Follow us. Add us as a friend on Facebook. Appreciate our Facebook family.
Yeah.
On Questionable Convos on Facebook.
You can find me at Stony Stone with 2 E's on the end on Instagram.
And I am at young_prodigy 904. I don't know why I'm fucking hesitating. I had that shit like 6 years now.
I don't know. We just trying to stay home. Mainly myself. I'm very excited. Thank you guys.
Fuck that shit, man. I just is watching us and shit.
I'm trying to stay humble. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that.
I just want to be humble. Let me be humble. Okay,
nigga, but I'm saying I just
slow.
Look, but I told Crystal, you got to take your wins when you get them. You can't just be letting them fly by. If you get you a win,
don't
you need
rush.
To pop the champagne,
slow
nigga.
Touch. You hear me? You got me? I got him.
All right. So and we are also on all audio.
Yes, y'all can just look us out on Anchor when we have the link in
So we are on.
Look us up on the Facebook, Spotify, and on Instagram.
What's all this shit? Apple Podcasts. Well, when they look on Anchor, they can just go ahead and take a look. But everybody ain't got Anchor though. That's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying when they go on the Instagram thing, all you gotta do is go to the Facebook.
Everybody ain't gonna be on Instagram. You gotta tell them if they somewhere else.
Oh.
Okay. Now, if you somewhere else and you driving and shit, some people got Spotify because a lot of podcasts we watch, the Joe Budden podcast and all that other shit. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. It's everywhere. Anywhere that you get these platforms, look us up, and we appreciate all the support. So thank you.
So you guys, this is yet another episode of Questionable Combos. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Yes. And I just messed it up some. So this is yet another episode of Questionable
Combos.
I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye.
I stand on my G like a boss. Think I'm a lit, knock it off. Bet I'm a triple the cross.